Hey everybody, I had to take me a nap and I woke up about an hour ago. How are y'all? Good evening. It's late. I know y'all gotta go to work, but I had to take me a nap and lay it down. I was exhausted. I couldn't even think. I had to lay down. What y'all doing? Oh, mm-mm. Yes. Did y'all go watch them shows? I watched some of them. I was asleep. Thank you so much. Hey, Miss Crawford. Hey. Hey, Shanika. Hey, everybody. Hey, you been waiting on me, honey. I was in that bed. Listen, the ceiling was watching me, the covers, the pillows, the whatever else in that room, because I was out. I had to lay down. Y'all know sometimes this is mentally exhausting for me. And so it makes my body very tired. And then I already deal with, muscle aches from lupus and stuff. So sometimes I just be having a rest. When I overexert myself, I can sleep for a day and be sleep. Yeah, I'll be tired. Sometimes I work my body. These 10-hour classes, even though I be sitting, my brain is going a million miles a minute answering questions and having to defend myself and stuff. So I have a question, and this is off the subject. But do y'all, the young lady that was here, I think it was 2 days ago, and she said, my friend thinks that you hexed her. And I said, wow. I sat and thought about that. And do y'all remember when I was younger? I told y'all people like I would tell them stuff was gonna happen, or they would interact with me, and then crazy stuff used to happen to them for over 30 years. I thought I was a jinx. For over 30 years, I thought I was a jinx. Hmm. So glad Jerome was about to drive me crazy. Yes, after all the cooking and energy, I did the task. Yes, he needs some sleep. Hey, y'all. Hmm. So this is the thing, though. I didn't know, y'all, when I was younger, what God had called me to do. Right? If I went by the church, He didn't call me to do nothing. The church was like, God is never using you. He's never gonna use you. You ain't even nothing He will use. God said, actually, you gotta get a pump. How do you get well water to start back? Is it because the ground is frozen? That's not good. Is it because the ground is frozen? No. Did you get your water back working, girl? Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, so y'all don't now look now. I do think it's crazy though. Not that. I do think it's crazy that we talked about people, y'all, about people like this whole New York, the Bronx situation. Do you remember we had a lot of people that were from New York, but there was this one, he's a family member now. So if you in here, do you remember when he was like, none of these things are going to happen? We're not going to need any of this stuff. And he was in New York. Do y'all remember? Are you here? Family member, tell us. I don't even know if you got power right now, but do y'all remember? It was early on in the beginning of this. And he was saying, no, it ain't going to happen. And we had the young lady that had the store. It happened, I think, like in the area where and all of it. No lights, no water, people freezing in the car. I'm like, I just think about all of it. Was a lot of people from New York when we first started this that was like, that is not going to happen. And look, Y'all don't think that's crazy? We talked about all of that happening. We talked about it, and they are finding people in cars passed away. God forbid, it's babies too that been froze to death. And I said, you want to be prepared. I even said for the cold places, y'all need to get some stuff and put it in your trunk just in case. Some of y'all need to keep the gas mask in your car and don't have it because you need to be able to get, these are all things we talked about, y'all. I said, get the little hand warmers, put them in it. All, and that was before the summer. I've been watching the news reports, and it makes me want to cry, but it's exactly what we talked about. It is exactly what we talked about. No gas, no water, ain't no emergency people gonna be able to get with you. So you gonna need this kind of stuff. Because what if they can't get to you? You gonna need this kind of stuff right here. Because what if they can't get to you? We talked about all of that, and everybody came on here and said I was fear mongering. And now it's freaking snowing in Florida. In Florida, it is snowing. I said, y'all, it's gonna get cold. I don't care where you at. You need this. It's people dying because they are burning. Listen, they are taking stuff and putting it in pots and burning wood, plastic, whatever they can, and dying from carbon monoxide poisoning. Right now. Wherever y'all got the gameplay set, because the people who didn't put it on TikTok, they said this is Florida. It's snow, and you can see the snow just coming down. Florida. It's just coming. I said, well, y'all, I said before the end of the year, these are the things that you need. And in the last month of the year, almost everything that we talked about has happened with the weather. Okay, so let me tell you one of my biggest pet peeves. Just because something is not happening where you are doesn't mean that it's not happening. Because the same way y'all can see me, I just watched somebody's live earlier. We're snoring in Florida. Which part? I can't remember. But they said, I'm in Florida. This is where I live. You can see the palm trees. They're at some type of football game or something. And snow is coming down. It was more than one. So just because it's not happening where you are, see, we got to get out of, oh, well, it's not my grocery store. Well, that's not happening in my neighborhood. That don't mean it's not happening. And this is why people get caught off guard, because it ain't happening right around you. You don't think that it's happening. Well, keep on living with your blinders on then. Because every single thing, no matter what I've said on this platform for the last 10 months, every single time I said, this is happening. Oh, no, that's not, our grocery stores are not empty. It's not because of this. It's not because of that. Yes, it is. It is. Well, that's not happening in our grocery store yet. Yet. But by August, it was people all over the country saying, oh my God, when I go into the meat part of the store, it smells horrible. You mean to tell me that every grocery store in the United States had a Freon problem? Every grocery store. Walmart, Dearborg's, Kroger, Schnucks, Piccadilly, Dollar Store, everywhere. Everybody had problems where they couldn't get their meat freezers working. I bet that's not ever in history happened. Unless there was a Freon shortage, and I didn't see nothing about that. Did y'all see anything about Freon shortages? Because that would be the only thing that I could see. that would make all the meat from one end of the country to the other, from the top to the bottom, all they meat go bad across the country to where they all got to take it off the shelves and put it in the back. Y'all had air conditioning this year. Your central heating and cooling was working. Your car had air. So then I know it wasn't a Freon shortage. So please help me understand why all the refrigerators was going bad. And only the meat ones. Because the ice cream and stuff was still there. So y'all couldn't have took that meat and put it in the ice cream freezers. Y'all had to just take it off the shelves completely. Y'all couldn't even have as many people as y'all hire. People standing at the door going to the back doing a la carte just to get the meat. Y'all couldn't have did that. Make it make sense. It's giving suspicious. You're right. And that's why I be telling y'all, look, you got to not look at the news for a minute and open your eyes and drive around to other parts of town and see what's going on in your state, in your city. Most people don't leave within a 20-mile radius of their job and their work. At the store today, the man was arguing with the staff about why all the produce was bad. Pumpkin. Y'all, didn't I tell you? I said, please start dehydrating vegetables. Go to the food pantries. When I first started this, I said, put your pride to the side and go to the food pantry. They give out 40 pounds of fresh vegetables grown by the farmers around you every month. 40 pounds times whenever the fruit goes bad and the vegetables go bad, you will be good. Who remembers me saying that? And now, food is wilted in less than 2 days. Wake up in the morning, it already got mold on it. A head of cabbage, $6. You used to be able to get down there 3 cabbages for $2. I know, because my ex-husband loved cabbage. We had cabbage down there every other Sunday and sometimes on a Wednesday. To know that a carton of eggs is almost $10 and is $10. No, it's these eggs for $20. Excuse me. Y'all know I'm about to be a butthead. Just get over it. New people, you gotta learn. Sometimes I do be a little petty. You're fear mongering. I said they just killed 4.6 million chicks. Each of them chicks, I can do math. 3 million times 3 eggs a day is 9 million eggs that ain't about to be going. They ain't been going into the grocery store since late August, early September when they killed them all. Then right after that, they killed another 1.6, my niece told me. And guess what? They was probably producing 3 eggs a day as well. 4.6 times 3 a day is not going into our American grocery stores. The largest produce company in the world burned down after All of the crops were failing. And it's people that got chickens that saying, nah, they putting it in the feed. Just like they was spraying our crops with liquefied COVID bodies as to why they start failing too. And farmers was having to sit up and shoot drones down because they was spraying that crap on they stuff. And now we at the last days of the year. The meat that went bad, the vegetables went bad. People are living in the very conditions I told y'all. Please get wool blankets. Please get you a one of these. If nothing else, get you a couple cases of butane. You can heat. You can heat water. Remember, it was like just they boiling water to put heat in the air. We talked about that. I said, if nothing else, you can boil water and or use this to keep your house. Get lava rocks. Get lava rocks so you can heat your house. How many people got lava rocks? And you're seeing a lot of people making heaters out of lava rocks, baby. And we bought ours back in February. Oh, somebody said Walmart got the 2-gallon water filter things for $107. $7.98 for 18 eggs. It used to be $2. Amazon. Shoot, depending on where you live, like Cali and different places, you can go find them on the beach, they said. A lot of our people found areas that like have lava rocks, like in little ponds and stuff like that. I'm grateful for y'all listening. This is the thing. And your wool blanket. Yes. Lava rocks and terracotta pots. Told y'all. If you've been here with me for more than 4 months, even 3 months, you see like, oh, what in the world? We've been talking about all of this. Had them in my flower bed from previous tenants. Come on. What happened? Listen, this the thing. Remember when I kept saying, I'm not about to argue with nobody. It's for those that have an ear to hear. We're talking to altered ego. We are talking about how there are things that we have been studying this whole year. And there are things that God told me that people in the the We Outside University community, Central community, I was telling them from February, before it gets cold outside, I need y'all to have all these things because it's going to be blackouts. It's going to be this. There's not going to be any food, blah, blah, blah. So we went through all of these things and people would get on here and say, you shouldn't listen to her. She's a false prophet. She's this, she's that. God is going to take care of us. We don't need all that stuff. And I said, God is taking care of you. He let you come here and hear what you need to get before it happens. That's called preparation. I said, what if Joseph, who God told there was a famine, a 7-year famine coming, didn't do what he did? Millions or billions of people would have started there because he wasn't only feeding Egypt. He was feeding surrounding, like, you know what I mean? He was feeding a whole bunch of people. So what if he was like, oh no, God told me, so he's going to, no, God is telling you so you can get ready. Who feels like now God was telling you, we 4 days to the end of the year, y'all. And I said before the winter dropped for real, I need you to have all of this stuff. And the winter then dropped. The winter then dropped. And exactly what we talked about. People's pipes busting. No way to filter water. Gas off. Froze in the house. Everything. The food is bad. I said, God is warning y'all right now. Whoever want to listen, listen. If you don't, scroll. But I bet you it's some people that got blocked early on in this deal that was thinking about all the things as they was watching it on the news or go, I said, you gonna see, I ain't gotta worry about it. I ain't about to argue with you. We got our stuff. We about to be peeking out the windows at you niggas. Is exactly what I said. Come on, y'all, look. They didn't drop the bread. You should have got you some canned bread. You could have hit him in the head with it and kept your bread. He wouldn't have been able to snatch your bag like that if you had canned bread. You could have bust him in the head and kept it moving, Miss Greta. Mm-hmm. Because we got canned bread too. Uh-uh. My son been thinking, wait a minute, that was good. My son been thinking Amazon delivering gifts for him on Christmas all this time. Psychics, lava rocks, and non-perishables. Come on. Listen, how many kids was surprised? Santa gave a real surprise. You got 6 buckets so you can eat in the next 6 months. Here's your wool blanket. Got you some walkie talkies. Breaker, baby. Let's practice and make sure this works. Look at these nice knives I bought for when we have to find an animal and kill it. I bought these for the whole family. Shoot. On Amazon. Canned bread. Yes, you can buy canned bread. Hold on, let me see. I stopped listening to you and came back to my senses. I stopped listening to you and came back because my senses told me to come back. Wow, really? It's I didn't even know, Miss Naisha, but I'm telling you, it's a lot of folks that's blocked. They're probably the only way they watch it maybe is on YouTube or something. You know what I'm saying? Because they was talking crazy, and I'm like, look, I got my stuff. My kids got their stuff. Nah, I ain't unblocking nobody. If you blocked, you staying blocked. I don't believe in that. Uh-uh. If you got on my nerves once, you have the potential to do it again. So if you get blocked for certain, like on here, because I don't really block them for talking crazy. What I block them for is you're just going to keep interrupting my class talking about stupid stuff, and I'm trying to talk about something. That's what gets you blocked from TikTok. It's not you, because you can say whatever you want. Half the time I see the comments and do like I've been doing, let them roll off my back, because this ain't new to me. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm on TikTok, it's not new. Now, does it get frustrating? Yes, but when I'm trying to teach and you just gonna keep on going about doing stuff, no, that'll get you kicked out faster than you calling me out my name. You know what I mean? Like, okay, it's a name. It don't mean nothing. I don't live by that. But you, when I'm trying to say something and you just keep going and keep going and keep, oh yeah, no, you could be the spirit. You're probably working under the spirit of the enemy, and I don't want to deal with it. I'm gonna be honest, Mr. Johnson. A lot of times when you be talking, I just be ignoring your comments because sometimes you get a little crazy. But I know you like my auntie or uncle that's always gonna say something out of line, and you just gotta ignore them when they be talking crazy because they'll come back. So sometimes that's how I be feeling about your comments. I be seeing them, you be talking crazy. I just let it go because you like the uncle he a little off sometimes. That's I done put everybody just about in the category, and that is your category. Not saying there's nothing wrong with you, but that's the category I done put you in. I'm sorry. I be seeing it, especially if maybe you had a little juice or something. I don't know what you be on because I can't see you, but I just put you in that. That's the category I put you in. You be in here. It's a couple times you almost did. God just told me to leave it. I'm being honest. I didn't seen it a couple of Saturdays and everything, and I just be like, I'm gonna just he the crazy uncle, so just to let you just I'll just let you stay. I love you, but yeah. See, it's a lot of stuff y'all don't think I see. I do. I didn't just let it go. Like, right, the drunk uncle. Not saying that you are, but I'm just saying we all have a crazy uncle. That just go. He might yell out something. Though nobody know what he said. I just, sometimes I can't respond to what you're saying, or I'm correcting with scripture. And sometimes you just be talking crazy. I seen it. I love you. Sometimes you just be wanting to argue. Not argue. Sometimes you be wanting to argue. And I don't argue with folks. You want to argue. I ain't arguing with you. That's how I be feeling. Neighbors mad at me again. Uh-oh. I can't do it. Listen, I came from a very argumentative, confrontational family. I don't have time. Listen, they have been blocked into the nether realms. Do you hear me? Because I'm not. Some people, that's why I said people go get a different thing and come back and be a part of the family. Like, I'm new here. Lies. Lies, you're not new here. Some of them don't be new. Some of them then got blocked. They went and got a new email and came back as family because they wanted to sit at our table. That's what's been happening. I know it. Y'all got to think I deal with this in my personal life too. So I'll be like, you want to argue. Listen, they go get some new email. That's okay. Well, Lucius, do you do videos? Can we go look at your videos? Since you're so adamant about being on here telling me what to do, are there videos that we can go watch? I'm gonna ask because that's kind of what I be talking about. It's like sometimes I think people like I don't know. There are so many people that are so literal with the word, and it be. One of them, girl, Moses, it's Queen of Cosmetics. You know how you can find that. You know how you can find it. How you find it? That's a question, girl. You got the answer. And you know where to go get it. Have I seen the new? No, because I don't go to the movies. So I gotta wait until they come out on whichever pay service that is they gonna come out. Don't they come out to move to the HBOs and stuff real quick? Wait a minute. Okay, so can I ask y'all a question though? Because I know you already told me my nephew, cousin, brother-in-law. So wait, let me ask y'all a question. Since the Christmas holiday is over, how many family members how many layers of cheese did y'all lay out when the family members came around? Did y'all lay out any of y'all books and use them as like table decorations, or who laid out cheese over the holiday? You can rewatch movie. You can watch movies on Soap today on the internet. Okay. I be having to be careful. Just too, you laid out a chunk, Lucille. Everybody said, I did. Really? Aries. They was afraid to come over. I was thinking layout or swinging. They were afraid to come over. That is funny. Wait a minute. Hold on. What'd you say? All my cheese started arguments. No. A slice of Adam and Eve. No one came to my house. They know I don't celebrate holidays. Okay. I'm just saying if family was in town, Whatever holiday you said. Okay, y'all. That's why I said it's the holidays. And if you have family coming in town or visiting, whether you celebrate Christmas or not, that's not what I was talking about. I was saying if you had family coming over because it's the holiday season, and whether you celebrate holidays or not, family is probably in town visiting other people. So they gonna come see you too, whether it's they know my brother don't celebrate Christmas. That didn't stop me from going to visit him when I was going home. So I'm saying sometimes folks be too quick to answer. Maybe you should let people finish saying what they gonna say before you just automatically spout out some stuff because it's annoying. Just because you don't celebrate a holiday don't mean people ain't about to come visit you. And I was just saying, if you have family in town or family that might have been coming by, did you set out your cheese? Amen. I spoke cheese at other people's houses. Oh yeah, so you took a charcuterie board, huh? You just took you. Howdy. I'm just saying, y'all. Did y'all get a chance to witness this holiday season, whatever season, if you want to call it, just December 25th? Wait a minute, she said, my mom came down and I've been replaying it. She's like, what is this? How would she know all of this? I'm like, come here, let me show you. My cousin says she doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving, but she cooked the feast. Exactly. That's the stuff I be talking about. My mom is there reading Enoch now because she said, ain't no way in hell. Ain't oh wait, she said ain't no hell in heaven. My mom is there reading Enoch now because she said ain't no hell in heaven. Oh well, she about to find out differently. Yes, I did. I did see that. A couple different people up there have their land is on fire, fire, fire. We talked about Idaho. Because remember I told y'all the potatoes grow up there real crazy because they Idaho is one of the places where you can grow all the rainbow potatoes because of the volcanic soil up there. Y'all remember me talking about that? And now they yards is smoky. Yes, I pulled out my OTP with my kids yesterday. I had to tell my aunt that all my books were. I had an aunt tell me that all my books were blasphemous. Oh, girl, they be. Good evening, Auntie. Listen, this the thing. There's a rope accessory on Amazon to connect propane tanks to butane stoves. Okay, thank you, nephew. I gave my son-in-law books for Christmas. Good job. Listen, because they have been taught by their pastors. I told you I used to be a 66 or two until God put me on. And after that, I was like, "Shh, I don't care what y'all say. I can answer questions and see, but what be messing them up is the questions you be answering don't be in the Bible. Who's ran into that? That you can answer questions now to your church families that they can't find nowhere in their Bible, but it talks about it. My mom talked to my godmother at Christmas because of what she and her husband Pat wouldn't speak to me. Oh, who remembers me telling y'all the tears in a week? We about to see who really worship God and who worship their pastor or their organization. When God is telling us to seek and find, and every time we seek and find, we see him bigger and more clear, and the Bible is literally jumping up off the page. Okay? So there's people that have a form of godliness, but deny the power of it. Our Barella, if you want to go watch our class earlier, we talked about crystals. Matter of fact, the last 4 days. So if you want to go to YouTube, because that's a conversation I'm honestly tired of having, and I know you probably knew. But yeah, so you can see all that on our YouTube. The last 3 videos, I'm sure it's something in there about crystals, because we answer that every time somebody see this crystal behind me. They ask the question, but I have to answer that question every class. I'm sorry. They're rocks. You're not supposed to worship them. God said don't worship rocks or wood. It's Circuit Trover 22. Yeah, the pastor says don't read outside. God says come deeper. I have mysteries in my word. But he said, listen, are y'all seeing who surface folks is? Who's now starting to see surface Christians? Who's starting to see the Pharisees and the Sadducees? Because y'all reading the word now, you can line it up with your KJV. Who they act like? Are they kind? Are they giving? Do they have a spirit of long suffering and love, trying to draw you to Christ? Or are they trying to tell you how far away from Christ you are? What I was reading earlier, as soon as the church people crucified Jesus, they went to the Roman people and told them, okay, so now we need you to give us some soldiers. We're going to station 2, but we need to be protected. As soon as Jesus died and they realized they had messed up, now they want somebody to protect them. And y'all just put the hit out. It's like the person that go mass murder everybody and then say they don't want the death penalty. They scared. What? You just unalive 22 people and you want somebody to have mercy on you? Really? Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, huh? When you can point out to him, see, they've been all this, oh, you're not like God, and God is not using you, and because you do this, you're not God. But then you now can slap some stuff and they say, well, wait a minute, because since I've been reading and studying, do you know what this word means? Have you ever read Hosea 4:6? Have you ever read that scripture where it talks about the pastors that mislead people that have become prostitutes, that only say what is going to get them some money? Because like I said, and I'm going to say it again, pastors don't go nowhere they're not getting paid to preach. That's what a hoe do. Girl, I don't move unless the money call in. Oh, brother, I can't preach over there. Last time I preached over there, all they gave me was $20. And then couldn't even put me up in a hotel. Hoes want to be taken care of. Ain't that something? This is why the Bible called y'all prostitutes. Don't ever talk to me about the woman with her booty hanging out. At least she's solid about it. Y'all hide behind the pulpit and waiting on folks to trick on y'all and be mad if they ain't throwing, making it rain like you want it. And won't go back. Oh, girl, I can't go be with him. Honey. He only gave me 200. Ministers, bishops, you can't go preach in no small church. So if they ain't got no money, they can't get the word, bro. Well, they can get it over here for free. As a matter of fact, we send them word just so they can get on it. We collect our change together and put it together and make sure that whether you a witch, a warlock, atheist, it don't matter. Because the Bible said the word is medicine. So if you are sin sick in whatever way, and we all are, because we were all born sinners, every single one of us, ain't nobody made it. Sister and Brother Biscuit, Bishop Biscuit, Pancake, none of them didn't made it, baby. Because they can still lose out on their last days. And as we see in some of these folks that be acting holier than thou is not. They keep y'all from reading stuff. So y'all don't know who they are, but I'm going to bust your head. Nope, I'm going to need you to go back and read that slower. Now go look up all them words and then take a look at all the people around you and see if anybody line up with what you're reading. Because anybody can tell you what it say. But when you get an understanding for yourself, that's a different, bro, you can't shake me on this. I done read it and studied it for myself. What is you talking about? This ain't nothing nobody done told me. I got the book. And then I don't just have to fact check with this. I'm going all the way back. I can go look in this history and that history and this history and that history and the war that Israel was talking about right here in your KJV. Do you even know who they was fighting? Oh, okay. They was fighting these people right here. Oh, and guess what? These people in Turkey have the same story. When they went up against these people, boom, I didn't just leave it right there. I went to go see if those people had the same record. And guess what? It's there. But of course, they didn't call them the Israelites. They called them whatever name, just like right now have black folks, it's called niggas. Or whatever name folks feel like they don't call us African Americans. Oh, nigger. You're a nigger. First of all, it's Niger. Get it right. Niger. Like Niger in Nigeria. We need to get that together. It's not nigger. It's Niger. Go look it up. From the area of Niger. Not nigger. Kind of like, folks, if your name is Tamika, they call you Teresa. I mean, those two things don't sound anything alike, but amen. I mean, y'all, Josephus said y'all couldn't pronounce our names, so y'all changed them to names y'all can pronounce, and I see it still happening right now. Like, come on, let's get it together now. It's not nigger, it's Niger. Yes, Nigeria, like, oh, well, you're a nigger. No, I'm a Niger. It's the difference. I'll be right back, y'all. That's why you got to study for yourself. Did y'all know that? That's where that came from? Niger, the people that they was Niger, not nigger. They added a G, but it was really Niger and Nigerian. That's 9 times out of 10 where those slaves had came from. Yeah, and then they said it meant nigga or Nigger is supposed to mean ignorant. Well, that could apply to anybody. It doesn't mean black because anybody can be an idiot. This is why you have to look and see for yourself what's going on and understand for yourself. Understand for you. That way, I'm going to answer to nothing. Now, to my milk melanated folks, that's not racist. Because I know y'all wouldn't be here if y'all was, most of y'all anyway. But for the people of color that do have to deal with racism, with a person trying to make you feel like you're less than, especially a black woman, because I don't care what nobody say, black women got it the hardest on this planet. Black men have it hard, but black women, we are hated above all. Black women are hated above all people, period. Not just black men, not just like, we hated everywhere. Seen as the lowest of the low, and yet we the only people on the planet that carry the gene to produce every person you see. So that can't be a fact. So black women, if you deal with somebody trying to make you feel like you less than, tell them, baby, I'm the only being on this planet that can produce every person you see. Ain't nobody else that could do that. There's no way I could be the lowest of the low. Because if I cease to exist, so does every other race on this planet. If black women cease to exist, y'all medicine go away. Because the HeLa cell then cured a whole bunch of stuff. And she's a black woman. All your meds that y'all make too expensive for a lot of people of color to get, they based on a black woman's blood that they're still reproducing today. Y'all cancer treatment, the cure for AIDS, the cure for sickle cell, the cure for everything. Diabetes is in a black woman's blood, and they have called it an immortalized cell. So there's absolutely no way that I could be the lowest of the low or want to be anybody else when I created that. And I'm going to talk about it because I'm pissed at all these white women getting on here trying to make it like, girl, please. All your attitude and all your everything right here, boo. Right here. The reason y'all go get fillers right here. Cheekbones added right here. Butt implants. That happened before. Fuller breasts, fuller hips. Because those things were seen as not cute before. And y'all want to know when this happened again? Y'all remember when they used to wear them corsets with the bustles in the back? And it pushed their boobs up. That was right after them slave women got over here and got the dressing. And they put on their clothes and they fit different. So they started making trains to make their butt look bigger. They started wearing corsets to make their boobs stand up. This is a reality. They saw men turning their heads at full-lipped, full-faced, full-figured women, and so they made their clothes make them look like that. It's still happening today when people line their lips bigger than what they are. When they go tan. What are you tanning for? And I'm not trying to be offensive, but if you hate people of color, why are you trying to get this? If you don't like my hair, why are you adding extensions to make your hair fuller? Why are you drawing everything extra if you don't like it? Oh, black women are extra. Honey, I can't tell by the way y'all hands is snapping and popping and the way y'all. Imitation is the best form of flattery, unless you're trying to get rid of me so you can be me. Now, to my milk melanated folks that ain't on that, fine. But it is never okay to try to steal somebody's identity and try to tell them they not shit. It's not okay. Ever. And I know we can be intimidating because we was the first women. It is what it is. But you don't got to tear us down to be great. Just be great. In your own way. If you date a black man, do not belittle black women to that man. He came from a black woman. As to why you love him so much. His grandma was black. His aunties was black. His daughters, whether you want to believe it or not, are going to be black women. And don't tell me it don't happen, because I had plenty of white friends that had mixed babies and they tried to demean, he with me because black women ain't this. You do realize who you talking to. We young girls, but I still drag your ass. Because it's never okay to demean black women because you with a black man. Never. I had a friend, I'm telling you, she smelled her husband and told him he stunk and said the only reason you living on a mountain is because you with a white girl. What girl? This is Meth Alley. This is Meth Alley. I don't care if you is in Phoenix. This is Meth and Crackhead Alley. What is you talking about? 27th and Dunlap, baby. 7th Street and Dunlap. That's where all the... What? And if you know where Phoenix is, you know, you know. Club City, what you done said. I'm not talking about Indy this time, Sarah. I'm just saying. You don't have to demean black women. And yes, we're going to talk about it. We talk about everything else. You don't got to, if you with a brother, do not demean black women. Don't do that. That's not okay. And if I say something like this, it'll be, oh, she's racist. No, I'm just stating facts. This is facts. And I love my milk melanated people. I'm not racist or nothing, but we are literally stating facts. Black women have been, I was in a homeless shelter and they told me I couldn't wear my hair rag. They said it was inappropriate. I said, I wear my hair rag to go to sleep to protect my hair. No, you can't wear those here. They're unperfect. We don't like that. But she can come in here with a hat on and keep it on all day because she got bed head. Oh, I caused the problem. Y'all already know. This was just last year. And it's crazy because the director was black. I just looked at him like that. Know your wife at home with a hair rag on and go to the store. This St. Louis. She going to the store in a hair rag, but you going to try to be in here talking about it. I said, y'all need to change this. Because what if the person is Muslim? is Muslim. They gotta wear their hair covered, especially if it's men in the building. So then what? And y'all know if I'm a fuss about everything. So don't get over talking about, oh my God, I can't believe Circle. No, we talks about everything over here. We're gonna talk about everything. We talk about the black folks, we're gonna talk about the white folks, we're gonna talk about the Asians, we're gonna talk about everybody. Ain't don't nobody, we talk about the witches and the warlocks, the prostitutes and the pimps. So everybody can get some. We ain't putting no, ain't no nothing on no nothing. Everybody is free game. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not racist or nothing. I am not. But if we gonna talk about it, we gonna talk about everything that's facts. We're gonna talk about all of it. We're not just gonna talk about the little bit. We're gonna talk about the whole kit and caboodle because we working on everybody. If I gotta work on myself, y'all gotta work on yourself too. So here we go. And I don't not love nobody, but we gonna stay facts and then we gonna move on. That's it. That's all. And y'all know I love my melanated people and be ready to fight. If somebody get the acting crazy or whatever, don't worry about it. I still love everybody, but there's a lot of crazy stuff that be going on that don't have to. And it's just because of ignorance. The crazy thing is most black people don't go around saying they the master race, even though it's true. We don't have to demean anyone else because what's there is there. You don't have to prove what's understood. Don't need to be said. And yes, we are all equal, but there are some unequal things. I mean, it's period. It is what it is that there are some things that black people got that other people don't. No matter what nobody say, it's scientifically proven. And these are conversations that everybody needs to have with one another. Yes, so there's more understanding. Yes, Ro. Because if we don't talk about it and it's just the elephant in the room, then we ain't really family because all it takes is one situation to blow up and then everything change. See, that's why y'all, if y'all ever notice, even with science, okay? With science, there are things that I say, okay, if you don't believe me, go look this up. Do y'all understand now why I do that in everything? Because it's not about who's better, who's stronger, who's this, who's that. God made all of us. We all here. But it did have to start somewhere. And everybody, scientists across the board say, life started in Africa. Now, they tried to make it like it was monkeys. We know that that was not the case. But whatever. You see what I'm saying? Do y'all know the reason that evolution came? Who knows why they invented evolution? The real reason they invented evolution. Who knows the first reigning spirit in this cosmos down here in this realm? What's the first reigning spirit? To hide. Because, oh boy, he already knew what it was. And so he came up with his Darwinism to hide the truth. Y'all know that, right? Darwin came up with his evolution story to hide the truth. Evolution is a lie. We did not evolve from some primordial ooze out of the swamps that is not, and then just grow, because slugs is not growing into people right now. Snails is not growing into people right now. And the fact that we cannot do what the people 5,000 years could do with building and science and understanding chemicals and chemistry and all of that stuff, yeah, nah, we are nowhere near advanced. Not when we can't figure out how to move the blocks that they moved and how they made electricity in those places and dug into solid rock. We have to blast the rock out to then go in and carve it. They carved from the top to the bottom perfectly. How? When you don't even know what pockets or nothing. You don't know if when you get down 15 feet that there's a gaping hole in there. So you don't know none of that. And monkeys are not changing into humans. You said it. Yes, Sarah, and it's nasty. Slugs and snails, they make me. I'm with you. We both got that green face. It's a real thing. But there were humanoid beings. So who knows now when they show us the Neanderthal where the Neanderthal came from? Where did somebody tell me where the Neanderthals came from? It can be prideful that one believes he is better than his predecessors. Yes. Yes, the Nephilim, the Tower of Babel, the monkey people. The monkey people. We know where the Neanderthals came from. Your big luck. Well, I'm Mexican and would get it from all sides because of my light skin, dark eyes, black hair. Oh, I know. I already know. I already know. Güera and Blanca, and then they have Negrita and all of that. Oh, I know. Shadow. And what was his other? It was this one. I cannot think of what they used to call him, but he was dark as me. Or dark, he was darker than me. Straight hair and everything. And they called him what did they call him? I can't think of what they called him, but it meant black. It meant another. No. No. He was Mexican. He was full Moreno. No, was it Moreno? No, it wasn't Moreno either. It was another word. I can't think of it. But whatever they called him, I can't remember, y'all. This was like 23 years ago. But whatever they called him, it meant black. And he was darker than me with this pretty, beautiful, straight hair. No, he wasn't mulatto. It wasn't mulatto. It was another name for black, but I can't think of what they called him. And it was something Spanish, but it was something, not negrito. It was something else they called him. I can't think of it. But they called his sister Weather, white girl, and then they called him something else. I can't remember, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't think it was Moreno. It was something else. It was something else. I can't remember. Don't. Was it my head thing? Was it my head thing? I can't think of it. I don't know. But whatever it was, they let him know Moyo. I think, is Moyo black? That might have been it. Is Moyo black? I think, is that it? Is Moyo black too? Yeah, I think that was it. I think it was Moyo. It was one of them names like Moyo, it was something like that. It wasn't Negrito, it wasn't Negro or anything, but it meant black. And he used to like kind of shrug his shoulders when people would say stuff to him, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, because he was dark, 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 like black. But you could tell all his features was Spanish, but he just had real, real dark skin. This is why scientists try to prove humans evolved by showing the hybrid skulls of the Nephilim. Deja, you so smart, pumpkin. You so smart. Put it right in your face and tell you But get this though, some of us did evolve from them because that's why their genetics show up in our human DNA now. So in a sense, like Jimmy J6, we always use our manners. So if you want me to do something, you say, "Can you please hold it up? Can you please show the book?" Because nobody tells me what to do. Uh-uh. You're welcome. Y'all gonna screenshot for my newbies? That's why it's called television. You have this book, Texas Rose? Have you read it? You didn't see all the Neanderthals in here? The giant skulls they found at Serpent Mound in Ohio? Thank you, Miss Erica. So it says a 7-foot skeleton found uncovered at one of the burial mounds at Serpent Mound. The New York Times, March 5th, 1894. Giants of other days. From the Indian, Sarah. Sarah. And they, from the Indianapolis Journal. Look it. It's our newspaper. Please don't request. I do not go live with people. Thank you. Ain't that crazy? Thank you, Leslie. I don't separate God and science because God created science. It's both. Yep. Farmer Warren Cohen of Hillsboro, Ohio, while fox hunting, recently discovered several ancient graves. They were situated upon a high point of land in Highland County, Ohio, about a mile from the famous Serpent Mound, where Professor Putnam of Harvard made interesting discoveries. As soon as the weather permitted, Cohen excavated several of these graves. The graves were made of large limestone slabs. Who remembers me? We talked about limestone the other day, didn't we? Good night, Carisha. We just talked about limestone. It's a lot of giant mounds in Memphis. Stonehenge, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So this, okay, but why was that going on? Do we remember why this was going on? Why is a lot of these bones here? Why are a lot of these bones and mounds found all over the world? Why? How do we know? Yeah, we were just talking about limestones, weren't we? And I said that. Because the world was connected at one point. So the giants lived prior to the flood. And they had been here for a while and they had started the wars and stuff. So at that point in time, the earth was all one piece. And when it broke apart, their graves didn't go nowhere. I mean, some of the people probably that might be some of the sarcophagus, whatever you call them things that's in the ground or whatever, those big concrete tombs that maybe fell during that time when the earth was shaking and falling and whatnot. Like, and what's the name? Hey, but with that, this is why they find in ancient Egyptian things in Arizona and Nevada and all of these places. And I even think the Area 51, because think about it, it's a lot. Literally, Phoenix is the sun devil place. It's a lot of demonic things that happen in Phoenix. Like you find a lot of beheadings. There's a lot of people with their organs taken out, animals with their organs taken out. It'd be a lot of that stuff. I've experienced a lot of supernatural things living in Arizona. A lot of stuff I never experienced nowhere ever. Hmm. So with that, you have to think about it. When this was all one piece, yeah, honey, Diablo, the sun devil, Lucifer is worshipped as that big old Indian that's standing up there in the one in Kansas, and because I didn't drove all around the world, they be showing y'all without showing. Yeah, yeah. No, I haven't. Yeah, Arizona is creepy as hell. It'd be a. That's when my daughter saw the devil. That was in 2011, October or November of 2011. My daughter saw the devil, and then this lady that I had never met from Chicago came over to get her granddaughter's hair braided, and she told me that she saw the devil too. And she was from Chicago, but she didn't see him in Chicago. She saw him in Arizona, came in and sat on her couch. So you tell me how a 60-something-year-old woman and an 8-year-old little girl who have never met each other tell you word for word the same thing about they saw the devil before. 8 days apart. And they never, ever, ever met each other ever in life before this day. Your daughter saw red eyes in your room, and they was. All you gotta do is think about Randall. Every monster that you saw in Monsters Inc. is a real thing. Randall, didn't he show up in Monsters Inc. and all you could see was his eyes, and he was a chameleon. He could bleed. I told y'all, listen, when I was a kid, I used to see eyes in the door. I would see the shape of the demon in the wood of my door, be so scared. Then they got to the point when I got a little older, they would just stand in front of the door. You could see the shadow standing there. You could see all the light behind them, the bathroom, all of that. They would stand in my windows and everything. Kids see it, adults feel it. And you would just tell yourself you're tired and overworked. It was something you watched, it's something you ate, all of that. Your son is 23 and still me too. That's why I like going to people's house. Because any spirits in here, they gonna come. Listen, I told y'all, little kids, come get me. I don't care if it's my first time at your house. Them little babies is gonna be like, come here, mom, mom, mom. I'm scared. Okay, all of these people in the house, and you come out of all the people in this house. I don't even know you, kid. Why are you telling me that it's the monster in your room? Why are you telling me that it's the monster over there looking at us? Why? I saw so much as a kid, and luckily my mom believed me. Yeah, because a lot of people put their children on medicine, and they be trying to tell you, and they say, oh, they have an overactive imagination. No, they don't. They have a spiritual gift. All of that overactive imagination is spiritual gift. And the doctors don't want them to have it because then it proves that a lot of their stuff is BS. So they dumb your kid down by putting them on medicine so that they can't use their spiritual gifts. No, don't do that. It's a spiritual place, good and bad now. I'm not saying the whole place is evil. It's a lot of good places there too. But that's everywhere. That's everywhere, baby. It's spirits over every city, over every neighborhood, even corners where you always see murders and stuff. It's a literal spirit that lives on that corner that's assigned to that corner. That's why you see 15 crosses right there. And you're like, well, why they ain't fixed it? It's a spirit that lives there that causes accidents and these things. Yeah. Yeah, they see the animals see spirits. Cats, dogs, all of them. Yeah, they see spirits. Uh-uh. Them little babies will get you every time. They be goo-gooing and laughing. You be sitting over there in the corner. Who is you talking to? Come here. Who is over there in the corner that you keep pointing to, looking back at? Come over here. Stop. Who touching you? Come over here. Time to go get the oil. Listen. We in the one with the body. There's nothing new to fear. You evidently ain't been thrown out of your bed by a demon, have you? Devin one, you been thrown, Divine one, you been thrown out your bed by a demon or had the cover snatched off of you? Or had a demon rise up in a person and tell you their name and they about to grab you by your throat and sling you across? Because, honey, people's eyes then flip all the way black in front of me, like on Supernatural. Several times. I have had to fight for my life because spirits, this is why I don't like dealing with folks that, you know, certain situations, especially if I'm dating somebody, oh no, it's certain things you have to believe in because the enemy been trying to get to me. And just like in Supernatural, how them demons are used somebody to deem them no. Did y'all watch what's the dude from 3-6 Mafia? Yeah. The demons will come and tell me their name. They'll come up and be like, it'll be a guy I'm dating. But God, I get this feeling in my stomach. I'm like, oh, Lord, I know that feeling. And the way they walk, you could tell it's somebody different in that body. It's just like you could feel the energy and the face turn. Oh, yeah, no, I don't need no parts of it. Country Black. Y'all seen that? He said he come like your friend. Y'all forget angels are shapeshifters. Because if that person is not covered in the blood of Jesus, they are a cup. And whatever spirit wants to inhabit that body at any moment can. Now y'all see why I be telling y'all, anoint your children, their eyes, their ears. It's all they openings, y'all. They eyes, they ears, they mouth. All of the things that could cause them to walk or see or say or do something against God that would allow a spirit in. You hit them spaces. Something used to tickle my feet at night. My grandma called it a hag. Well, yeah, it could be a female spirit. That's not a lot. There are female demons. And guess what? A lot of the female demons attack at night. You can read that in the Testament of Solomon. A lot of the female demons attack mothers, babies, and men at night. The hags that sit on your chest and be pulling your hair, snatching your blankets off and stuff. Yeah. One used to wake me up as a kid and send shivers down my spine. Yeah, my daughter used to tell me she seen an old lady in her window and she lived, they rooms was on the second floor of our house. So there's no way, because when you go outside, there wasn't nothing to climb up. She said, Mommy, it'd be an old lady at my window every night. And then I would tell her, baby, there's nobody. I took her outside and everything. And then Insidious came out. And that old hag lady would be in that boy window every night. And I thought it was like 5 months after she said it that movie came out. We have a lot of hags in the Dominican Republic. Really? So do y'all got the flying? I know a lot of islands say y'all got the harpies too. Y'all got the witches that turn into big owls and stuff and be snatching people's kids. I talked to a Puerto Rican dude and a Cuban girl, and they said the same things. It is insidious. Yeah. And it came out 5 months after my daughter said she had been seeing an old lady. They kidnap kids. Yes, the harpies. Because this person told me that they was in Puerto Rico, and I guess it's some kind of field or something. Like it's these fields, like, the jungle like fields or whatever, because it's like, all that beautiful trees. And somebody was a kid or a lady or something, but they watched the witch. And it's a lot of like islanders that say like their grandpas is werewolves and stuff. They be going out there fighting with the other werewolves that be trying to steal their chickens. And we see that they got vampires, because it's a lot of like Haitian vampires and stuff, because they be showing us on there when they be doing that. And then they come back and them fangs and stuff be there and they shake it out and it's gone. I ain't never been through my phone, honey, but I didn't seen them in real life. Leprechauns too with orange hair in Jamaica. Mm. My mom is almost 100 and can tell you the same stories. Wow. Third world countries, you see a lot of things, right? But you know what? They be here too. They just filter our media. I used to see a vampire on my FYP page when I got on TikTok. Yeah, it was a couple of them. Like Haitian dudes. I think they was Haitian. One of them, he was in the thing, and he'll show you his teeth and then go back. And we know they real because they was in ancient Mesopotamia. The way they stormed the Capitol, they look possessed. They very well could have been. St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands got ghosts. Oh, I believe it. I learned from a native in Mexico that trolls are real, but we already know that. Yeah, that's why I said, baby, listen. Listen. Do y'all remember when they was finding? We talked about this. All of the mutilated cows, but they was only taking they was only taking certain organs, and they said they still don't understand because they got doctors, vets, people that cannot be that precise with pulling out those organs without mutilating the whole animal. They would find the cows dead. Some of them was skinned, but some of them, they would go to x-ray them and all the organs wasn't in there, but they couldn't find no holes of how they got them out. It just looked like somebody just sucked all the everything out the cow and left the skin. They could not find no like puncture wounds or nothing. Y'all, you saw that? Not yet. I haven't. They blood was gone. Yeah. And they couldn't find no puncture wounds or nothing. Completely drained. Yep. It was like they was finding them everywhere. It was something in the 90s too. In the early 2000s, they was finding these cows still. In the Philippines, they had entities they sacrificed fruit to in the yards called the little people. Are you serious? There's little people in the Philippines? In Puerto Rico, they call them the chupacabra. Yeah. In Mexico, too. Fairies, vampires, werewolves, shapeshifters. Yep, they are real. Oh, no. And this is why. Mm-hmm. So now y'all know when we go read when we read the Dead Sea Scrolls, this is why they took all this stuff out the Bible, right? So when we read right here, y'all see that? This is when the giants went. It says more dreams afflict the giants. The details of this vision are obscure, but it bodes ill for the giants. The dreamers speak first to the monsters, then to the giants. And this is the Dead Sea Scrolls. So right before the flood, the monsters and the giants that was living, and we know that it was dragon siblings and all of these different races of, hey, all of these races of giants because of Og and just what the Bible tells us about the Nephilim and the wars. So it clearly says here in the Dead Sea Scrolls that right before the flood, there was monsters and there was giants on the earth. And what do all of our fairy tales? Yeah, dragons existed. Of course they did. They a big lizard. Giant lizards is what dinosaur means. And it's been right here in our face the whole time. God made regular sized people and regular sized animal. But when the angels went into the people, they made kids 450 feet tall. Well, they was gonna need something to play with. They couldn't smush everything. So not only did they go into the women and make 450 foot tall people, they made giant animals as well and monsters. God isn't real. So we got an idiot here. And you felt the need to type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 characters for what? You ain't got nothing else better to do with your time. You don't want to go talk to the atheists that actually want to hear what you got to say? Or you just want to show us how much of an idiot you are coming over here saying that? You type 15 characters that you could have just swiped on. You could have saved your time. It's always an idiot in the room. I wonder why people force themselves into rooms they not wanted in. Do y'all see how people force themselves into rooms that they not wanted in? Cracks me up. It's mental illness if you keep trying to force yourself into a place where they don't want you. You're gonna let me in here! And they don't want you over there. Go do something with your time other than come over here trying to get on my nerves. I'll be right back. See this. This is like I told you I'll be having a fight, and this mouth that came all the way down. Back in the day, that would have been another. Listen, I used to have to fight for my words. I'm telling you. Just wait a minute. I felt myself getting ready to be mean. I had to go get my mind right real quick. Y'all think I'm mean? That's okay. It's a lot of folks that sometimes don't understand that they have very intrusive ways and everybody ain't gonna deal with it. We just talking. We ain't got no subject. We ain't got nothing. We just chilling. We just have an open forum right now. We're just talking. Sometimes I just want to talk to people. I don't always just want to be teaching full on. I just want to talk. I'm dangerously mean. Picasso, is that okay? Because listen, I know. Thank you, sir. Because there was a guy who winked at you at work. Okay, Nisi Poo, was he cute? Was he a big tall tree or a shrub or a well manicured hedge? Y'all know what I think of? When I think of that, I think of the Red Queen. Was that her name? What's her name? Is it the Red Queen? What's her name from Alice in Wonderland? Let me stop before somebody being popped up on my phone. But what's her name? The Queen of Hearts. So when I think of well manicured hedges, I think of her lawn. Yeah. Well, men compare us to cars and stuff and animals. She's a stallion. Look at that caboose, trains and stuff. So we gotta have a metaphor for them. Mm-hmm. But y'all remember how her hedges was like perfect, just perfect, just uniform, just yeah, right. I don't right. Mm-hmm. So we got to do them the same. So I figured trees, because sometimes there's some shrubs, and then sometimes there's some hedges. You got some palm trees, then you got like a willow oak that's like thick around the base. No, whole time stallion is a male, right? A mare is a mare a man too? Ooh, sequoias or the California redwoods. I personally would like to get my hands on. Give me some of the rose bush. Give me a rose bush. A mare is a female, right? So think about this though. I forgot what I was about to say. What that mean? Deja, girl. That don't mean nothing. Listen to me. Some of them got that swag. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. I just don't take no crap from no one. I try not to. I want a Lebanon, a tree of Lebanon, like the I want a Lebanon cedar. That's what I want. I want a Lebanon cedar. Y'all remember? Okay, let's do a quick thing real quick. What's the best way to start your journal entry off when talking to God? However you talk to your friends. How do you, when you call your girlfriend or your guy friends or your dude, how you talk to them? Do not make your journal formal. Don't make your journal formal. You pray formally, right? You pray formally. Hey, you pray formally. Don't make your journal formal. Talk to him. God is your friend too. I'll be like dad, father. Sometimes I just start talking. So let me tell that's a lot. So let me tell I do start, so let me tell you a lot of days actually, which is so crazy. I'd be like, all right, so I gotta catch you up, even though he already know. But I'd be like, these are the things that went on, and these are the things I'm concerned about, and these are the things I would like you to change. Oh yeah. You can't watch TV no more the same. I already know. We History Channel over here talking about how some of the giants worship Baal. Come on, take a Miss Bryson. Now y'all see why I can't watch TV no more. Because I didn't read it all. Most of it would be possible to be a label the rest of our lives, like a study index kind of thing. Hold on. I know you don't like picking topics when you start a study, but I had a question. Once we have a study, we kind of know what it's about. Would it be possible to get a label the rest of the lives, like a study index kind of thing? Mm-mm. I'm sorry, I be trying, but no. The reason I don't do that, JJ Space, is because if I put something up there, right, like how they when you go to church they say the topic is and the subtopic is whatever, but God might switch our whole conversation, so then there will be people that will go there looking for that specific thing, and I understand why you're saying this if you want to go back and look at a certain class. But I ain't been able to do it yet. I try, and then we always be all the way on the other side. So I just be like, girl, listen. I do. Let me show y'all something. Let me see if I can find it. It's probably in this notebook. Y'all, guess what I was studying about? So did y'all know that adamantium was in Joseph and Asenath somewhere? And do y'all know that that's what they put into what's his name? Wolverine, adamantium, or whatever you want to call it. Hey, huh? So I was studying about that in 2017, and evidently it was somewhere in Joseph and Asenath. Matter of fact, I'm about to look it up and say page 238. Is that in there on page 238? Let me go get my book. What? And this was in 2017. I was in the other book. Is it in my room? Hold on, y'all. Because now I'm about, this is why it's good to journal and keep your studies and stuff close. What did it say on 238? It's talking about Pharaoh's son attempts to kidnap Asenath and rise to Egypt in power. Where is that word at? Y'all go to page 238. We about to do it. So I was studying this on 10/30/2017 at 10:23 a.m. Y'all go to page 238. That's crazy. I'm going to use my luggage to roll my books around. I'm telling you. Book 2. Book 2. What happened? What did I miss over here on TikTok? Did I miss a whole conversation that I didn't know about? You're welcome. Book 2. Goes to page 238. B stares at phone awkwardly. Why? Official living testimony. Oh, okay. You're new. What is book 2? The second volume 2 of the Old Testament Pseudepigrapha. You can go download this on Google if you want to read what is real quick. You can get the PDF. Y'all realize we gave this the name, right? Do y'all realize that we gave this the OTP name? Who realizes that? So if you see people, right, and they'll call it the Old Testament Pseudepigrapha, and I'm not talking about nobody that's not in our community because I know we do it, but we started the nickname for this OTP. Now everybody be talking about the OTP. I said that is hilarious because we got tired of saying OTP, so I just started saying OTP because it's Old Testament Pseudepigrapha. Old Testament Pseudepigrapha. We've been saying it so much. Why did Reuben say the witch tried to put a spell on Joseph? Asked me to marry him. Who's down with the OTP? Yeah, I know me. I know me too. That's good. I like that. Who's down with the OTP? I know me. I am. Different aspect. Well, no, because the Memphis woman was a witch. It says that in Joseph when he said he was in there and she gave him the love potion. She acted like she was sick and gonna die, and she had her majesty bring him food. Yeah, she did. It says that in there when he was telling his story. It's either in Joseph and Asenath or it's in the 12 patriarchs. But remember, we read that. You just ordered your books today. Good job. Right? Remember, we said, is you a Memphis woman? Remember, she pretended like she was sick. Then she said she was gonna kill her husband. She had to make a potion. He said, you can make this potion, but it ain't gonna do nothing to me. He prayed and drank it or whatever. But God kept letting him know that she was on that funny stuff. She was a witch. She was a witch. The Memphis woman was a witch. Do a lot of people in Memphis do witchcraft? I think that one puts. Hey, is our witches here today? Do we got any witches practitioners here? That's right here. Can y'all tell me something? Please tell me we got a practitioner in here today. Who's a practitioner? Tell me. Raise your hand so I know, because I got a question. This is why you can't turn folks away. Okay, good. Okay, good. Now listen. What is up with bodily fluids and socks? Is there a spell that has to do with like not washing a sock and putting it in the windowsill? No, I'm serious. Is that meaning like they can't walk away from you? What is that? Tell me. Yeah, somebody did this to me, and I cannot get this person out of my system. So I just want to know if there's something. It's a lot of witches in the South. Is there a form of a spell or something? Okay, so say for instance, this was a long time ago, but I just be wanting to know because when a person said it, it didn't sit right with me, and I was like, "What you mean?" So there was bodily fluids during an adult session that was wasted on the socks. And the person said, no. I was like, you want me to wash them out real quick because it's a flood? And then they said, no, I'm going to put them in a windowsill to dry. And this person got a brand new washer and dryer. What does that mean? The panic in your... Listen, no, this was a while ago. But I ain't gonna lie, like, I can't stop thinking about the person. So that's why I'm like, well, what is that something? Listen, it's not that they're weird because my aunt... Oh my God! I answered my own damn question. I answered my own question. My auntie used to take, it was men, when she didn't want a man to leave her, she would do something and put... No, it ain't nothing like that. I'm just saying, is this a spell? Yes, because my auntie used to take men's underwear that she didn't never want to stop messing with her, and she would bury them under her window where she slept at the head of her bed. I forgot about that. No, we're not talking about blood and spaghetti. We're not talking about that. My auntie, I forgot, she used to take whatever man, it's called Obia. Okay, yeah. So that probably could be done with a sock if a person wanted to try. I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying, is that something? I don't think that this person does that, but I just wanted to know, is that something that they do? My auntie used to take a man's underwear that she didn't want to leave her and put buried them under her window wherever she lived. She would like dig them up and take them, and the man wouldn't be able to leave her, but either. But the crazy thing is that can make them crazy over you and try to kill you too. Be stalking you and stuff. I don't want nobody that don't want me. I do not want nobody that don't want me. I'm not trying to force you into loving me. I don't want you to drink no potion, no nothing. I only want what want me. You hear me? Because if that spirit attack, I know it is. Listen, I told y'all that the reason I had to start studying and understanding magic is because I have a great auntie that just passed away 2 years ago. She been a witch my whole life. She's older than my mom. I have a lot of people in my family on different parts that do magic. And that's why I wanted to know, because there was certain crazy stuff going on in our family. They say, oh, she did this to her and she did that to her and he did this. And then they went to the witch and tried to get you to lose all your stuff. And I'm like, what? This is real? Listen, y'all. I'm not saying he did. This person probably don't even believe in that. But I just was wanting to know if it was a spell that had to do with bodily fluids in socks. Now, it might not be. But I'm thinking, don't let nobody else leave with anything that got your bodily fluids on it. I'll watch that. Don't worry about it. We're going to throw that in the soap. I'm talking about a towel or nothing. I'm just trying to figure out. That would be a binding spell. Okay. My auntie was a healer. She said dark magic came with the price. No amount of money would make her do bad. Wow. Okay. Y'all, this was a long time ago. I just listen. There are things that come to my mind. Okay. But there are things that come to my mind that now that I have access to people that do practice certain things, I want to know. See, most people find out a person is a witch or whatever. No, I want to know how this stuff works, because you can be most practitioners. Okay. Our practitioners. Do most people know that you do magic? Magic is a secret. Magic is a secret thing. They'll have magic pieces and stuff in front of you, and you don't even know what you're looking at. And if you never ask, they'll never tell you. I don't think that he did. Right, they don't. Right. No, listen, y'all, I don't think that he did. Now, don't get me wrong, I can't stop thinking about him, but it could be for a completely different reason. With that, I just wanted to know. I've always wanted to know, like, that just was something that was in the back of my mind. No, I don't talk to my family. That's why I didn't ask them. And the main witch is dead. And the main, like, two or three that did magic, they died in the last 5 or 6 years. So I don't know. Someone tried to curse my big tall tree to stay with her. I put his shirt on and got the spell on me. My old pastor told me about it. Some people climb the tree and bring listen, your aunt's in New Orleans. Yeah, mine too. It's a real thing, y'all. Because, see, I don't deny that magic exists. Listen, do y'all realize? No, not in Memphis. Memphis, Egypt. Memphis, Egypt, not Memphis over there. Memphis, Egypt. The Memphis woman. Yeah, magic exists. So I would be a fool not to understand it. Like I said, Solomon was the wisest man on the earth because he could look at a person and tell if they were under a spell. He knew if they had been bewitched or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He knew that. That was part of the wisdom. Because, like, where our doctors is, oh, it's this, and we can't find the answer because it's a spiritual thing. You didn't know your ex-in-laws was practicing magic until after you made him. Girl, I know. I dated a guy that was doing magic in my 20s and it didn't know at first. Unapologetically wisdom, baby. If you want to go ahead and read, you're more than welcome. I don't know if you've been here that long or not, but that will get on my nerves. If you want to read it and you have it, then you can go ahead and read it. You don't gotta wait on me. This is seeking you shall find. That's why you was right above me. This is my class, and I'll start teaching it when I'm ready. I understand that you might want to go to bed or whatever, baby, but you can read it for yourself. Nobody don't tell me what to do, and just because you put a stack of books there and keep putting a page there ain't gonna make me do it. I'm talking, and you're being rude, as a matter of fact, because I'm trying to find out some information for myself, and you're not gonna put you before me. It's okay, but I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to get some answers for myself, for my own personal life. I put y'all before me every day. Now, back to what I was saying. I just wanted to know because that's a question that's been in my mind for a while. Because you don't know when a person is, ooh, you don't know when a person, because if witches and warlocks don't tell you, that's something that's hidden because they know a lot of times people frown on it or whatever. So then, okay, so practitioners, when y'all are intimate with a person, do y'all tell them? Deja, you know not to answer no. Deja, don't ask if it's good. You gotta not because then people are they feel compelled to tell you the answers and why it was good. You can't do it. Your husband is very much aware. When people get their, wait a minute, really? When people get their nails done in Africa, the techs give them their nails clipping back. Did y'all know that? Are you serious? Oh, because I told you that my auntie made fingernails move across the table. That's one of the spells that my great auntie did. She can make toenails and nails move across the table. Oh my God. That's actually a spell that my other auntie, my mama's sister, told me that my great auntie did. She said, and that's when she knew she was a real witch. She said, oh no, I don't fool with her. She said, I was sitting there and she, that's why I do my own hair. I've been doing my, You can move light things. Your grandmother was telekinetic. See? Crazy. And y'all be wanting to act like stuff ain't here. I need to know, because you could be running up on a whole super saiyan type dude or chick and don't even know it. Your Bible say, know those you labor among. And y'all be not wanting to know, pushing folks away. I need to know why I keep tripping every time I get around you. So let me ask you a question, y'all. What is oh, I just forgot. Dad, please bring it back to my mind. Why y'all oh yeah, my aunties used to burn the hair, spit on the broom. For real. Dang, super saiyan type. Wow. Yep. Oh, I know. You can't sweep my auntie feet with no broom. You can't wear one shoe in her house. She said every time somebody sweep my feet, I go to jail. Your mom likes certain candles for, it depends on if she asking for protection and if she's saying a prayer when she light that candle, that's an altar. Yep. I dated a guy from Haiti. He said that stuff is real. Oh, I know it is. She would never let y'all eat peanuts in the house. Yeah. And she went every time too, just about. You said candle magic is used during church. Can I tell y'all something? And there's a lot of people that practice the craft. They might be mad at what I have to say, but God created magic. We just was never supposed to use it. So if they do it there, it's sad to say they got a right in all reality because he created those rituals for them. But what happened was men started taking them and trying to make themselves gods and doing human sacrifice and going way left like we always do. Period. God never said there wasn't magic. He said the humans that do magic that's not ordained by me, or he didn't tell them to hit the rock and all of this stuff, then that's when it becomes witchcraft. Because the angels could not teach something that wasn't already in heaven. They could only teach what they knew. So if the fallen angels taught magic, but it became witchcraft when men got control of it. Okay, so let me say this, right? God created it one way and man is going to use it how they want to. Okay? So just like we've seen in the book of Og and we've seen in in the Lesser Keys of Solomon and all of this, man don't create anything. So yes, they're going to have to use the most powerful words on the planet, like God's names, to do evil, because they still have to copycat his power. They can't create, they ain't created no magic words. They take the most powerful words on the planet, which is the Bible, God's words, and turn around and use it to slap him in the face. I mean, use what you create. Make your own rituals. Make your own. You can't, because everything that Lucifer does is a copycat of God. God sacrificed his son, so he better let this dude over there in Jerusalem get shot in the head and lay dead for 3 days. Bro, you can't even come up with your own storyline. In order to deceive God's people, you gotta use God's play-by-play. You got your false prophet. You got your bow down and worship me, die for me. Lucifer literally is God using God's play-by-play. Like, what? You can't even come up with your own stuff. That's why they say the Bible know the devil know the exactly. So he literally, right? They still gotta ask for permission. Exactly. Can we use this, Dad, to slap you in your face? He'd be like, I guess, so I can prove to y'all how awesome I am, because I'm still about to bust y'all head. Like, you see what I'm saying? The devil and his angels, even with them splicing animals, doing gene splicing, they was trying to come up with, where are you? The UFOs that they had. First of all, they flying carpets and Pegasus and all of that was a copy of this. Right? God had flying horses and chariots, so they gonna make flying horses and chariots. So much so that Santa is Satan. But moving on. Moving on. The wheels within a wheel, right? With the eye on it. That's the all-seeing eye. So Lucifer made his a triangle with an eye in the middle, but God had already made wheels within wheels with eyes on them. He made a circle. Lucifer makes a triangle. Everything that Lucifer does has this, because he wants people to think that he's everywhere. Well, ain't that what God said? I'm omnipresent. He don't. When they start gene splicing, this is what they was trying to make. But you can't do what God do. So you tried to make this and you made monsters. The fallen angels came down and tried to copy what God did, but they didn't make the beings that they was used to seeing in heaven. They made monsters. So in everything that the Anunnaki, the Nephilim, all of the giants, all of the monsters, whatever they tried to do, they was all trying to recreate what God did, which is crazy. Listen, this, I'll be like, they got this from, this is the, you see what I'm saying? So in everything, yeah, you gotta use everything God did to do magic because He created everything. But that don't mean that we don't take our bodies and use them to slap him in the face and do things that he's not approved of. That don't mean that we don't take the money and the coins that he gave us, that he showed us, whatever with that. We don't take it and use it for wrong. In every single thing that he gave us to enjoy, most of those things we abuse it and or exploit whatever it is that God gave us. We exploit it. You know what I'm saying? So with that, right, evil cannot create, only manipulate, exactly, or imitate. You're not supposed to do no spells. Hey, okay, who here is new? Have you read Enoch and Ezra and what it says about the places for the people that practice divination? Have you read what it says about that? I'm not talking about in Genesis. I mean, in the KJV. Okay. If you read about the fifth heaven, because jail is in heaven. So the second floor of heaven and the fifth floor of heaven is jail. The angels that fell with Lucifer, some of them are jailed in the second heaven. But the angels that came down and taught the women how to do magic, it's scary. Have you read Ezra? Yes, no. Did you see? Do you know why he put them in the darkest place? Heaven has floors, yes. Because most magic is done in the dark. Isn't most magic done in the dark? Or in a dark place, in a dark room, under the moon, or under the stars, or in the dark, right? But you have the lights of the stars that y'all pray to, or, whatever it is that when you're doing your spell, it gotta be under the stars, the light, and they say a bright light and the spirit light and all of this. So God never gives you a punishment that doesn't fit the crime. So because a lot of people that do magic worship the stars and the moon and the sun, part of their punishment is to be an eternal, like the darkest of dark, where there's no light. You don't think that's crazy? Y'all worship the light, or the spells and stuff have to be done under the light in the darkness. The moonlight, the stars, you pray to this star and that star to this whatever, and then you go under this. And he said, okay. So he said the people that practice divination is going to be put in the darkest of places where there's no light, because you worship the wrong light when you do those things. Just like the pastors that stood up in front of everybody and led them astray from God are going to be laid prostrate and burned. So pride kept them from teaching what God told them to teach, and they had the chest poked out, and they wasn't going to do this, and they was the big man on campus or the big woman on campus, and part of your thing is you will be in the lowest of the low. The whole time you in eternity, you're going to be laid prostrate with hot molten iron, and these are indestructible bodies, babe. And it's no mercy. There's no shock cutoff valve. You're gonna feel everything. It says merciless torture and torment. Your mind is gonna be tormented about how many times you stood up with your powerful self in front of everybody and said, I'm not teaching that. I'm not going to preach there if I'm not getting no money and all this. But God said you're going to humble yourself in front of me the way you expected my people to humble themselves in front of you and not me. And I'm going to go on and let that roll out because it's a lot of my people burning because you burning. I mean, it's a lot of my people burning because you wouldn't do what you were supposed to do. So on your back, it's gonna be molten iron. That's on an indestructible body, like lava, hot molten lava, pour from the head of your feet, and you're gonna be the lowest of the low because you can't get up. You're gonna be like prostrate, flat. The people that use their body to make people lust after them, part of your punishment, if that's what you go to hell for, you're gonna be in it in like tar, fire, and people gonna be able to hear you, but they're not gonna be able to see you. Because you cause them to err with their eyes. So part of your punishment is you won't be seen. It'll be like you're in pitch, fire, tar, black. So a tar pit. Nobody can see you, but they can hear you. Okay. So Miss Connie, you don't know this, but you've typed that same thing like 20 times and I addressed it. So if I see it again, honey, I'm going to have to block you because that's one of we already addressed it. And you keep typing it and I don't know why. And you might not know this. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. We already talked about the scripture in spells. You're not going to keep typing it. I mean, you can, but I'm going to have to block you. So I would appreciate if you didn't. Because you typed it 50 times and I addressed it already. Don't keep typing it. Blot it out. You said it. Oh. So, with that, reading the OTP brings out so many emotions. It also makes you check your actions too. She could have, or some people just do stuff to get under people's skin. What do I know about voodoo? Not much. I'm just learning my basics about magic and how it works and all of that because, well, I know a little bit, but I don't go and just study the magic. What I do is if I come up on something and I'm seeing something in the stuff that I'm reading, then if I have books to research or whatever, then I do that. Okay, but you said it 1,000 times and it don't matter, baby. If you use magic and that is the sin that you go to hell for, then there's a punishment for that. I don't care how you ain't supposed to do it at all. Period. So you can take it, like I said, and use it for what you want. Call it whatever you want. I'm telling you that the punishment for that is that you're going to be in eternal darkness. Now, you take it or leave it however you want to. I don't care. But I'm putting this out here for the people that might not know. God said don't do no damn magic. None. Unless he tell you. And if you do it and he call his breath out of you while you are divining or practicing magic, there is something that is going to happen eternally to you. And I care about folks. Sometimes you can get into stuff and you don't know what you into. Because some damn people know they damned and they know there ain't no way that God gonna come back and get them, and misery love company. The devil was trying to snatch as many souls. The first ruling spirit is deceit, to trick you. After that is error and this and power and all of this stuff. Why would power be one of the ruling spirits? And guess what? People will kill, sacrifice their own mama and children, kill their children and so that they can have power and life and money and this and that, baby. So I know these spirits is real. pastors won't preach what God tells them to because they want to have power over people. They worried. Okay, anyway. So, like I said, the devil is always going to take what God did and use it for the wrong reasons. And y'all see that he's a copycat. Every single thing that God has made, the devil has perverted it. Everything. There is not one thing that he has not exploited in God's green earth. Okay? So, if you want to keep exploiting the things that God put here for us to use in his way, do whatever you want to. I don't care either way. I'm not talking to you, Samantha. I'm not talking to you. I was talking to the young lady that kept saying Psalms and spells, Psalms and spells, Psalms and spells. We went over it. And if you want to use it, that's on you. But some people have been into stuff that they was bred into. Somebody taught them, and they don't. It's been okay. It's a lot of folks just yesterday and the day before that had to repent and ask God to help them because they didn't know that bingo is a demonic game. No, there is not spells in songs. What it is Lucifer takes God's word and uses it as spells because he knows the power that it has. They were not written as spells. But do people use them as spells? Yes. Just like we exploit everything else. A magical amulet is taking the metals that God used for us to make things that are useful and we enchant them. Rocks, wood, it ain't no different. So if I just answered the question and you just asked the question that you just saw me answer, I just said what it is. Now, to those of you that don't know, if you think I'm gonna keep repeating stuff, I'm not. I didn't do it with my kids and I'm not doing it with grown folks. You need to listen while you over here. Keep your ears open, turn your TV off or whatever it is, because just because you're not paying attention, don't mean I'm gonna keep repeating myself. I don't do that. That's one of my number one pet peeves. So if you're talking to your homeboys, you're doing whatever, you better pay attention or swipe up and go back on YouTube and watch it. Because I'm not gonna keep repeating the same damn thing. I am not gonna do it. Listen. I don't like it when people keep repeating themselves. Bingo is not just gambling. Bingo is a satanic game. Because all the numbers add up to 666. It's what the astrologers back in Nineveh was using to predict what was going to happen in the signs. Here go y'all Christmas tree stuff, but we'll get on that on another day. I need to mark this. And I'm not meaning to be mean to nobody or nothing, y'all, but listen, people will come in and they'll hear, and I'm not saying that that's you, but they will hear and they'll just this is crazy. I'm about to show y'all this, but look what I just found, and I ain't read it because it ain't highlighted. It says Nimrod was believed to be a giant who was black. However, Nimrod was worshipped as a white and black god throughout the world, and not all descendants of Hams are Negroid, really. The second son of Ham was Mitzrayim. His descendants are the Egyptians. Mitzrayims are the Kalashu. They didn't change the names. It has this Kalushium. They be just changing names. So anyway, basically it gets to his descendants called the Philistium or the Philistines. They migrated north from Egypt and settled on the coast of Canaan. They were later called the Philistines. I told y'all the city of Gath of the Philistines is where the giant Goliath came from, whom King David killed. The word India commonly means Ethiopia or the land of Cush. Did y'all hear that? No. No. It said, I told y'all, the word India commonly means Ethiopia or the land of Cush. The Hindu god Vishnu was black, and the black Indian god was to have 10 incarnations. 9 have come, and 1 is believed to be still future coming according to the myth. Devaki, the mother goddess, conceived 2 saviors of Hindu belief. 1 was white and 1 was black. Ain't that Ishmael and Isaac? Because Abraham started India. I told you Brahma is who they Brahma, Saraswati, and Gagar, because they got the Saraswati and Gagar River. That ain't even what I was looking for, but thanks, Dad. Let me go ahead and mark that. Ain't that crazy? Oh, man. It says in Egypt, the mother goddess. So the Hindu goddess it says in Egypt, the mother goddess and the white godchild were worshipped under the names of Isis and Horus. Horus, the falcon-headed god, according to the gospel of the Egyptian mythology, like Jesus, was born miraculously. As the Holy Spirit of God begot our land, the incarnate of the God of Israel, pagan philosophy says this too happened to the legend of the Egyptian Trinity. Yes, I got my Grinch lips out. I told y'all all the same stories was the same. I said all of these stories are the same stories. It's Abraham's kids and these kids, and they took their oral traditions of what God told Adam was going to happen, and boom. No, y'all, the Israelites was in Egypt all the time. Why do you think that they were trying to kill the Israelite babies? The Jewish babies, the Jews that was thrown into the thing and thrown into the fire. I told you. Because think about it, Adam had 900 years. Okay, God told him that Jesus was coming. He told him that the words was going to come. He told him all of this stuff. What page on what? Do I give readings? No. No. I don't do no divination. None. I don't have to because he feeds it to me. He be telling me people business on here, everything, don't he, y'all? He be telling me people business on here though. Matter of fact, he be telling me the president business sometimes because I knew the president what the president was gonna be shopping for what the president was shopping for it. Mm-hmm. He told me the egg farmer business. He told me the vegetable people business, the meat company business, the water company business. He be telling me everybody business. Hmm. That's why I don't want to use no divining tools when I go straight to the source. I don't gotta use no rocks or nothing. No, under the moonlight. It don't matter if it's 1 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the day, or it ain't gotta be no moon outside or nothing. I'll be like, hey, tell me what's up. Let me know what's going on. Boom. And I'm like, okay. I don't gotta go to wait to the new moon. I'm gonna answer right now. I don't gotta cut nothing or cut myself or buy no liquor or smoke nothing or do none of that. Blow nothing. I don't gotta do none of that. Just ask and I shall receive, and I do. I do. North Korea food drones. Y'all know what's coming. Just get prepared. It's gonna be stuff every day now. Spirit led and spirit fed. What you done said. Mm-hmm. I don't want to go through no nothing, especially now when he said the veil has been broken. So when he ripped the veil and he did that, anybody could come to him and get information if you wanted. You don't, yeah. Um, you don't have to wait. I told y'all we was gonna be at war. We talked about this already. I said, y'all, it ain't gonna be no gas. Okay, because they're gonna be using it for the army. Then they start having a diesel shortage. Well, what is it that tanks and stuff take? Don't anybody in the military, do tanks take diesel gas? And then they start saying there was no diesel. I said they gonna need the water and electricity for nukes. And they're gonna need the gas for all that old war stuff they're doing. And all three of those things in the last 10 months have gone kind of haywire. Do y'all see now? Listen, this is a thing. My antennas is a listen. I didn't. I gotta put you know I get the feeling. Yeah, but this is the thing though. The gas that they making now ain't the gas that our grandparents used to be able to store. Nothing. This is why I told y'all to dehydrate everything. Cause the vegetables ain't lasting, the meat ain't lasting, nothing is lasting, family. And that's on purpose because we're in famine. But it ain't because they did it, it's because God said we was gonna be in famine. Excuse me. It don't smell like gas. Yeah. That's what I'm telling you. Our grandparents used to be able to put gas out in the thing and it'll be good for forever. This stuff they make now, like it turned to water or something. It's more water in it than anything. Y'all saw that BMW is coming out with a water a H2O car after they killed that man. The government killed that black man for making that water thing, and now BMW or Mercedes Benz or whoever is coming out with that engine, boy. Do y'all know that that always happens? Stuff like that always happen. Either they deny us our patent or we come up missing. And that's why you don't know that it be the black person that invented it. Because they either gonna block your patent or you ain't gonna be able to finish it. And now it was their grand idea. That's why they're trying to take over Haiti with the Dominican Republic because they need gas. The hydrogen engine. Yep. Now they coming out with one. He was mysteriously killed last year or this year. This year he was mysteriously killed, and now the 2023 BMW or Mercedes Benz got a hydro engine in it. Wonder if they had anything to do with that. Because he probably pitched it to them or pitched it to a lot of the car places, and they realized how much money they was about to lose. They would have to restructure their plants and all of those things. And now BMW, Mercedes, all of these high-tech cars is coming out with water engines. Sad. The black dude that made that machine that turns the air into water, they messed up his stuff because now people ain't gonna have to be paying for water. The government keep on messing with his water machines. Maybe I need to hold back. I'm pretty and smart. What does that mean? Hold back what? Now, why would I do that? I know too much. God gave me this information. I'm not scared of that. When it's my time to go, I'm gonna be out of here. But not until I'm not. I already know that I'm gonna have to die for the things that I say. I accepted that a long time ago. The moment I got on here talking about giants and DNA and showing people the demon names, don't think that the pharmaceutical companies ain't paid attention. Don't think that the geneticists ain't paid attention. Don't think that the psychiatrists and psychology ain't paying attention because this everything that I talk about affects all of that. That's why they keep putting me on the list. I should have way more. Listen, we done been Googled almost 300, hashtag just on TikTok almost 300 million times. Is you nuts? I know what's going on around here. My YouTube and this all got hacked in one day. Couldn't kill it. Look. Long as I do everything that he have me do while I'm here, that's all that matter. Good night. Yeah. Yeah. When you showed your daughter about the value of melanin, she couldn't believe it. Who else did that blow y'all mind? Who else couldn't believe that melanin sells more for an ounce of $400 more than an ounce than gold? That's why I told y'all, why do y'all be trying to let people make y'all feel y'all not valuable? Y'all walking around a millionaire and don't even know it. If you a 180-pound black man, you worth $36 million dead to the medical and beauty community. $36 million DOA to the beauty community and the scientific community. That's why they tried to make us hate ourselves. You're right. It's a true thing. But a 180-pound black man is worth $36 million dead. So just think if he 250 glorious pounds of solid, beautiful, with that chocolatey, drizzled skin that glistens, and when he get in the water was glistening all over his body. What you think he worth? Look, y'all, my feet is like this. Oh. That's why the Docker slaves was so, they said, give me Big Joe right there. But I told him, she like, that one. Him. He's gonna be a good mule. Yes, he's stout. We need him. She like, Joe, I need you to help me with something in the field, Joe. Master's going on out and he's going to get some more slaves, Joe. I need you to meet me at 12 o'clock, Joe. Yes, ma'am, I'll be there. She's about to get her back blown out by Joe while the master gone. She said, I need that man to go. I bought him. I put him to use. Listen here. Yeah, I don't know what it was. All of them mixed babies was not coming from the black women. Yes, all black people. Y'all know a lot of the mixed babies did not just come from Massa, right? They came from the Massa's wife. A lot of those babies were killed, and they would say the baby died at birth because a lot of the times the black women were delivering the babies. So they would say take them out and smother them. But a lot of times the black women would hide the baby somewhere else and raise that baby as their own child. Yeah, a lot of the master's wives got pregnant by them slave men. And if the baby was passing, but that's why a lot of times, like if they end up keeping the kid, the master would know that that baby was passing because he got kids that's passing. It's a real thing. Did that happen on the movie? Like, y'all, it's been so long ago since I seen it, and I probably didn't watch it all the way through, but it's a real thing. I know this because one of my grandmothers was passing. Yeah. So do you see, though, how that worked? Can I ask y'all a question? And if they got caught, what did the woman say? If they got caught, what did the woman say? S.A. 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 And so now this, you've been, the rope. Or they would chop his genitals off. Or, they would grape them. They would take their stuff off. Sure would. It's a real thing. Gonna ask y'all a question, and this is not with everybody, but that kind of stuff still happens right now today. And that just ain't the whole white black thing. There's women right now that will lie and say a man S.A.'d her because he don't want her. It's women of every color that will lie on a man, willingly gave it up and then lie because he don't want to mess with her and say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna tell them you." Because he don't want to be with her no more. I'm a woman. They're gonna believe me, and that's why he got a mama, and I'm coming to fop you up too. I'll be to see you. I will be to see you. Well, looks like me and my son gonna be in there together. Hey, son, because I'm a dog walk your ass. So look here. If he didn't call me and said, "Mama, I don't want her," and she keep on, that's why he got a mama that look about his age. They not gonna know. I posted a picture of me and my son today doing it. Where she at, son? Huh? You said what? She where? Okay, how she look? Okay, I think this her right here. Yep. You didn't show her no pictures of me, did you? No? Bet. Hey, honey. How are you? Hi. Say hello to that. And yes, I'm going to jail. That's why God messed my knees up. You did what? You tried to get my girl. I'll be right back. Who is you playing with? Don't play with my son life. You didn't give it to him, you don't get to take it. And yes, I'm sorry, Circle gets a little violent sometimes. Because people be playing with people life. You can't do that. Dang, and now I need my thing. It ain't just white girls, it's black girls that do this. I know black girls that do this for everything. I know a black girl right now that cheated on her husband with his brother the whole time she was with him. And then as soon as she caught him cheating on her, she filed for alimony, child support, took this nigga off. He didn't have no money. He had to go back and live with her while she was laying up with all the people that she was already laying up with when they was married because he couldn't afford an apartment. And she wouldn't get married because she wanted him to pay her alimony. And she had been screwing his cousins, his friends, his brother for 10 years. Matter of fact, she slept with his brother on the night they got married while he was in the room, sleep drunk from their wedding. Sure did. Let me go get my charger. So, no, it ain't just, no, it's not. Called crazy, be going through his emails, stalking. She messing with everybody she can. Please. She slept with all of her friends' husbands, all of them, and would let their wives come to her and cry about their husband's cheating, and the husband just left her house on lunch break. And what she would do, let me tell y'all her trick. She would get him to cheat. This was her thing. So if I can get you to cheat on your girl with one of my friends, if I can get you to cheat on your girl with one of my friends, then I'm going to use that as leverage to make you cheat with me. So she would always throw these kickbacks where she invited people over to get them drunk. Couples. And then she would always spark up a sexual conversation. Or wait till the girl went in the bathroom and be licking her tongue out at the dude or telling him shit. Yeah. Honey, this was 20 years ago, nephew. It was over 20, almost, it took 25 years. It was like 23 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Yes. Yes. So that's how she got dudes to cheat with her. If she would get them to cheat with one of her friends and then be like, if you don't cheat with me, I'm going to tell her. And the girl, because she's thinking she's her friend, would be coming over there crying, and she don't know her husband just left her house. This is a real thing. Like Potiphar's wife, exactly. That's her skilo. Get him to cheat and make him cheat with me. And she did it for over 20 years. Yeah, she got caught. It didn't stop her. She's probably still doing it now. I'll beat her up too. I'll beat her up too. Cause she got to being on that with me and everybody else didn't get to you. But I'm about to tear off. And if it wasn't for her daughter, I probably would have killed her. No, I'm serious. My niece went in. She said, Auntie, you're gonna kill my mom. And I snapped out of it. Mm-hmm. Yes. Because everybody ain't gonna play with you. Everybody is not gonna play with you. Mm-mm. You're not gonna be disrespectful. Yeah. Good night. You're not gonna be that disrespectful and do all of that. No. If you lose, you need to stay on over there because I'll beat you up. I'm telling you right now, I will be. And it ain't over a man. It don't have nothing to do with him. It has to do with the fact that you think you about to be nasty and be disrespectful right in front of my face. Like I can't see you. It don't have nothing to do with him. It has the fact that you being disrespectful in my home or wherever we at, like you don't see me sitting here. It's a lot of people fit blackout time. What you just said, girl. Me, I don't do disrespectful men either. Y'all, when I was married, I used to try to tell my ex-husband, these niggas come over here and get you drunk and wait till, because they know you gonna go upstairs and lay down. They know you can't hang. So they used to give my ex-husband like tipsy, drunk, whatever. He gonna go upstairs, act like he gotta go to the bathroom and lay down in the bed and go to sleep. And they still sitting out here where I used to sit outside all day. Now they trying to hit on me, or they'll wait till he go to the bathroom. So I'll wait till he come out and be like, now say what you said again. I'm a what? You said you knew me from where? You said you what? Or if my husband would tell me that they said something, I'll wait just as good till they come over and be like, so tell me what you told my husband yesterday. Girl, you crazy. No. What did you say? Because he can't hear because that liquor got him. But I'm telling you, I'm 10 toes down. What was it? And it's sad because a lot of you men, when your woman be trying to tell you about your homeboys, you don't listen. You don't listen. You do not listen. We be trying to tell y'all about y'all homeboys, and y'all don't listen. Cause guess what? Soon as I divorced him, he got with another chick, and they all tried to screw her too. He said, "I didn't believe you when you was telling me. I thought you was just talking." No, they showed up at her house. Like I told y'all, like I was telling you, they be showing up here, but they be and just talk to you on the phone, silly. They know you not at home, and then they come over here knocking on the door, talk about whatever lame excuse they used to try to come up with. He know you ain't at home, so he gonna come over here and say, "Hey, is such and such here?" Then you just get off the phone with him. You know he ain't here. You know he don't get home till after 7 o'clock pretty much every day. Yeah. Like I told him, don't make me have to kill one of your friends. I told him I was gonna get that stepdaddy too. Cause why do he keep coming over here while you at work and he know you at work? Ah, he be junking. No, he ain't junking. He's sitting outside our house. And guess what? He tried to hit on me the day we got engaged and on the day we got married. And several days after that. So it got to the point that when my in-laws came over, I didn't even go downstairs. I stayed up in my room. I would purposely go down and go upstairs and lay down and take a nap. He would tell me they coming, and I instantly go get in the shower and go upstairs and lay down in my bed. He hit on my mom. He hit on my auntie right in front of his wife. Right in front of his wife. I said, "Oh no." Was looking at my mama because my mama thick for her age. My mama got all of that. And baby, he was like this. I know it's women like that. We just talked about one. I dealt with one. I jumped on one, as a matter of fact. Mm-mm. One of your ex-husband's friend was after you at his own wedding reception. I'm telling you, they do not care. Your father-in-law was a mess like that. I'm telling you. Yep. Yep. And it's women like that too. They come to your house, they all in there, but sit down. Why is you in every man face in here and smiling and cheesing? Sit down somewhere. Every time the man get up and go in the kitchen, you just gotta go get something to drink so you can bump into him. Girl, sit your loose self down somewhere. If you gotta throw it like that, that's a little scary. You can't even wait for him to come over and talk to you. Listen, I don't want no parts of none of that. I don't want no parts of it. And that's why I'm not so quick to get into no relationship because people don't value relationship. Do y'all see how big this wing bull is compared to him? Do y'all remember in the Egyptian pictures that we showed, it was little people underneath them? And I said, look how big that horse is. And look how big he is. So when the angels went into the women, they created giants. And when they went into the animals, they created monsters. So when we read, and guess what this is called? Did y'all see? And they tell you a regular man carved it. You know that wouldn't. I told y'all. It said the winged bulls discovered at the gate of Xerxes in Persepolis, Iran. Persepolis, Iran. Persepolis, Iran. At the gate of Xerxes. The dude that got kicked into that big old Percy. Did y'all see what that said? Good night. Y'all see right there? The winged bulls discovered at the gate of Xerxes in Persepolis, Iran. About the Titans, because that's really how you spell Titan. They didn't shorten it and took that the E out of it. You're welcome. Somebody was asking me about, look at that. Y'all see it? Good night. This is a prism found at Nineveh describing Sennacherib's or Sennacherib. Remember we looked this up? Cherub, like the cherubim. Sennacherib, but they call them cherub. But all of those people they was talking about had wings, like a cherubim. Sennacherib or cherub, cherubim. A third of the angels fell now, y'all. We know this. A type of archangel. And we know a third of all classes of angels fell. A third of every class of angels fell. Sennacherib. Sennacheribim. Probably the people. Maybe a cherubim was this person's daddy. Because even in mythology, they had animal children and they had regular children. And these was the rulers. It said Zeus had a son that had a bird head. One of them did. Zeus or whoever his name is had an animal son and a regular son. Right? They were all different types. They weren't all the same kind. So I bet you Sennacherib, I bet you somewhere in there, it's probably a cherubim, one of the fallen cherubims. Because in all the places where they talking about Sennacherib and all of these people, right? It's Sennachierib. And what was their goal? Human domination. The fallen angels didn't want to worship man from creation. When God made Adam and Lucifer rebelled and said, me and my brothers are not going to worship you because we, son of a cherubim. Oh, son of a cherubim. Sennacheribim, son of a cherubim. We know that Hercules rode a flying horse, right? Pegasus. He rode a flying horse. We know that there's flying horses even from Jesus. So we know that the angels, when they went into the animals of the field, they made regular horses, flying horses, because God already has horses, but they don't have to have wings though. And they still fly. Now, if Hercules rode Pegasus, and we know that Roman and Greek mythology is based on the Assyrian and Babylonian kings. Then when we go and we look at this, was it Odin from Norse mythology? Gilgamesh? I don't know for sure. I'm thinking, but I don't know for sure. Y'all, listen, some of that stuff, you can find out. I don't know. Remember, I'm still putting pieces together. I don't know it all. I'm still putting the pieces together. So y'all find out for me. I don't know for sure. I can't remember I know we studied something about it. Odin might be him, Gilgamesh, but I can't remember. Yeah. So where are they today? They must be from a particular nation. Um, with that, um, I don't know because this is the thing. Like I said, they still have not got down into the Congo. It's still places in the Amazon that they still haven't gotten into. They're still staying in the Amazon, in Brazil, and all of these places that there's still all of this stuff that they ain't been able to get down deep in there, in the caves and this and that. But the locals that live in those areas say, yeah, no, this stuff never left. And we can't say the giants didn't exist because we didn't have Bigfoot spottings our whole, everybody that's been alive on here, we've been knowing about Bigfoot our whole life. The Yetis, and the ocean is only 5% explored. Exactly. And the earth is what, 40% or something? It's still 60% of the earth that they haven't discovered or something like that. So and ain't it weird that now that they got these drones, now we seeing all of this. I'm about to go put my food in the oven. Now that they got these drones, now that they got these drones, we seeing all these gigantic fish things, and it's getting cold. Did the temperature just drop? My goodness. Yeah, I gotta go eat. I'm about to go put my food. Matter of fact, let me do it now. I'll be right back. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna put it in the oven. I don't like my food warmed up in the microwave, so I warm up everything in the oven. I'm about to put y'all on if y'all don't know. And yes, they ugly, but that's because I use. So I don't know if y'all know this, but did y'all know that y'all dehydration, y'all Teflon dehydration sheets, you can put these in the oven. I do not have to wash dishes that much. You can put these in the oven. You can put them right on the oven thing or on the rack, or you can put these in a pot and make non-stick food if you don't have non-stick pans. You get these. You can put this in the oven, or you can put a whole roast. Lay them down in there like this, and literally, I do not have to clean that because I pick my food up and put it right on my plate. So then I really don't even, I mean, it's rinsing everything. It goes from oven to my plate because it don't be hot. So I pick it up and put it right on my plate. Fries, I done did liquids, everything. Right in this. I put it in a round pot. These things right here, it's like cheese and stuff that sticks and all of that. Baby, put them in your pots. You will not have no more of that. You can put cookies right on the, you don't even need no pan. Of course, they're going to slunk down. But you can put this right on the thing and bake a whatever, a lobster tail, a meat. Well, I wouldn't do anything that has a lot of juice. Teflon sheets, dehydration sheets. You dehydrate with these, but you can also put them in the oven and put it on 450. You know, now some of my other ones are ugly because I didn't use stuff with barbecue ribs, and I do my chicken, anything, beans and rice when I'm heating it up. Everything you will heat up in the microwave except for soup. I put it on this and put it in the oven. Oh, yes. And you ain't got to do all that scrubbing and wiping because once the soap and water hit this, it's a wrap. It comes right off. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. No, this ain't wax paper. No. This is the dehydration Teflon sheet. So you use these to dehydrate. It can't be no toxic. I mean, but they bake on these anyway. If they not Teflon, whatever they call, this is the you use these to dehydrate your food. So it's not parchment. No, it's like cloth. It's like plastic. They washable. You can buy them everywhere. Amazon, they got round ones. The same ones when you use a foil pan or breathe in the air. Because unless you're using rocks to cook on, whatever chemicals is in your pots is in probably in this. What does that do? Because all these pretty pots and stuff y'all buy is use cast iron. It's still, what do they coat it with? What do they coat your cast iron with? Because your iron is coated with something. Right, but what is it coated with? What's the cast iron coated with? They stopped using cast iron skillets back in the day because it was the coating on the cast iron was making people sick as well. So whatever is on your cast iron is in this. You said nothing? No, they coat your cast iron. They do. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you have that. I'll just go on and put my stuff in here. Lord Jesus. Oh man. I know it's coated with it because you have to burn that off when you first get them. That's why they tell you to put your cast iron pots in the oven and turn them up on high heat. So the protectant, right? The protectant that's on there, you have to burn that off. No, I know you coat it with oil. I'm saying when you first get your cast iron, before you use it, they tell you to put it in the oven and turn it up so that you can burn the coating off. What is that coating? I love you too. And you know I'm getting ready to get up. I'm getting ready to go get my bed. We've been on here for 3 hours and 15 minutes. Enamel and a little bit more. I'm not talking about what you coat it with after. I know how to keep it from rusting. I'm talking about when you get your brand new cast iron pots, they tell you to put them in the oven and burn off the protectant. They were doing it back then and they're doing it now. Cast iron is coated with enamel, which forms a useful protective coating on the surface. Thank you. Thank you. I know because it's certain. Yeah. She said, "Move on." I'm about to get out of here. Is what I'm about to do. I'm about to go get in my bed and hopefully I can go back to sleep. Mm. And some are also coated with Teflon. I know. I got a few different kinds. I got old ones and I got new ones. And I got the new age kind. I have several kinds. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. I love y'all too. I'm about to go. I'm about to get on off of here. We'll read page 238 if y'all didn't already in the morning. If the Lord wakes us all up. I love y'all. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. I love y'all. Whew, I'm about to go watch some of this Witcher. Mm-hmm.